Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name's Tandra and today we're doing our daily messages from Spirit. And as we usually do, we have 3 piles for you to choose of. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And it's best to go with your gut instinct, and whichever pile is drawing you in the most, that's the one that should have your messages for you. These are timeless readings, so whenever you run across this reading and you feel compelled to watch it, you should watch it because there should be messages for you. All right, we are going to give you a little time to reflect on the piles, and when you've decided which pile you would like to go get your messages from, there will be timestamps in the description that will lead you directly to your pile. So we'll see you there. Hello, Pile 1, and welcome to your daily messages from Spirit. And we will get to those. We also have our Oracle Spheres that we do in every reading, where you can be thinking of a yes or no question that you would like to get an answer to. And here towards the end of the reading, we'll get those answers. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say today. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands. And the Star card. Okay. Sorry guys, the message is a little bit jumbled up here. I'm trying to get it in some semblance of order. I feel like the energy I'm getting is of like a sea traveler, like in the old days maybe, that they had to follow the stars to guide them along their way, that the constellations and whatever, helped them to know where they were. And the message that's coming through is that you are on a journey, and this is towards basically your family. You're on a journey towards family, okay? This could be literal in that you are traveling to go meet up with family members or be with them, but it also could be metaphorical in that you are on your journey towards getting a family or meeting up with somebody that you can form a family with, that kind of energy, because I am getting kind of the mystical energy, a little bit of following the stars to help guide you to where you need to go, okay? But I also get almost a literal feeling of that you might be going on a trip to meet up with family soon. And I do feel like water might be involved, in that you may have to traverse a river or an ocean or a sea or something to get to them, so that they're not that close to you. It's not just a drive down the street or the next town over. So I feel like it might be farther away than that. And so you might literally be going on a trip to meet up with family. But there's also that whole letting the stars, the universe, the signs and symbols that you can get from the universe lead you in the right direction to get you to your family. Okay? So there is that component of the message. So even though it's possible it is literal to a degree, there is that other component of needing to let Spirit guide you in the right direction to lead you towards basically a family. That stability, that the 4 of Wands is very much a stable type of energy. It's a foundational energy. And that might be what you're creating as a foundation for your family. and you need to follow the stars, basically the symbols that you get from your spirit team to help you get that foundation. Okay, so it's kind of a deep message. Hopefully you'll understand where we're going with that and what we mean by that. All right, let's go on to our oracle spheres. And we have 3 different stands to choose from. We have a red, blue, and green today. So you think of a yes or no question that you would like an answer to, and then you pick which stand you'd like your answer to be on, and then we'll go out and we'll get our answers. All right, number 1 is a no. Number 2 is a yes. And number 3 is a no. So it's no, yes, and no. So there are your oracle sphere answers for today. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this reading. Please remember to check out other videos that we have on the channel, because we do other readings besides these daily messages from Spirit. And many of those are also timeless, so check those out if you get a chance. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the channel with your friends and family, and leave us comments in the comments section. All of those things are super important to us and to the channel as a whole, and we very much want to say thank you for those things. Okay, we look forward to seeing you again in other videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your daily messages from Spirit. We have these messages, and we also have our oracle spheres. So you be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you would like an answer to, and we'll get those at the end of the reading. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say today. We got the Queen of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the Witch. Wow, okay. The energy that I'm getting, the message that's coming through is that you are on a journey at the moment. You are on a journey towards learning something very important, okay? You basically have something that Spirit would like for you to learn, and you're on that journey right now to learn it. So the things that are happening, your experimentation, and all of those things are leading you to getting the experience you need to basically become a master at what you are learning, or to have learned it in such a way that you know exactly what you're doing, okay? And that you know what types of outcomes to expect from what you're putting into it and the energies that you're doing and so forth. And so what Spirit wants you to know is be patient, that you are still in the learning phase, and that once you get a little bit more knowledge under your belt, that you will become very, very knowledgeable and proficient in the subject that you're learning. And this could be anything from how certain things work in the universe to more practical things that you might be studying up on, to pretty much anything, okay? But basically, there's life lessons that I feel like this is more than anything, in that Spirit is guiding you through some life lessons right now, some things that they want you to gain experience with, and that you are in the learning process right now, and so you're in the experimental phase, and so not everything is going to go perfectly or really, really well, or you may not know how things happen by what you're doing, because you are still learning. This is actually very similar to a message we had not too long ago about still being in the learning phase in what you were doing. I do feel like this might be, like I said, a life lesson sort of energy. So basically learning how the universe works or how certain things in life work. That is the energy that I'm getting that you're in the apprentice phase of, or that you are learning. We all learn stuff all the time and every day, and we're constantly learning throughout our whole lives. But sometimes we don't realize what we don't know, or we don't realize that we're in the learning process for certain things, and that's kind of what Spirit wants you to be aware of, is that you are still in the learning phase, and just be patient, because you will have that knowledge under your belt with time and some effort, and then things will work out easier and better for you. Okay? So hopefully that message makes sense to you. Hopefully you can do something with that. Sometimes the messages are a little bit more out there than others. Sometimes they're really, really precise and right there, and other times they're kind of more esoteric a little bit. All right, here's where we do our oracle spheres. We have 3 different stands for you to choose from. We have red, green, and blue today. And you think of a yes or no question that you can get an answer to, and then we go out and we'll get your answers. All right, the number 1 red is a no. Number 2 green is also a no. And then the number 3 blue was a not sure. That might mean the question wasn't very clear, or some things have to play out first before an answer can be known. All right, so we have no, no, and not sure. So those are your oracle sphere answers for today. Thank you so much for being here and letting us do these readings for you. We very much appreciate it. And we look forward to you checking out our other videos. We have lots of other types of videos on the channel that are timeless, that are worth checking out. We also do these videos every day. So we look forward to seeing you in future videos. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share the channel with your friends and family, and leave us comments in the comment section. And we will see you again. So may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your daily messages from Spirit. And we have those. We also have our oracle spheres, where you can be thinking of a yes or no question that you can get an answer to. And we will be getting those here in just a moment. All right, let's see what our messages are today. All right, we have the Fool, the Green Man. We have the Wheel of the Year, and the 2 of Swords. Okay. The message that I'm getting is cooperation is very important right now. There is something you're trying to get accomplished, and you need cooperation to get it done, to actually make things turn in your favor. Okay? You can't do it alone, is what Spirit wants you to know. Sometimes we want to go off and we want to try to do things by ourselves, or we don't like other people's opinions or thoughts, or we think we're strong enough to do it by ourselves and whatnot. And sometimes we are, and sometimes that's a good thing, but a lot of times getting cooperation from others and getting help from others makes the load a lot easier. It makes it one that we're more likely to get accomplished. It lightens the load basically by, sharing hands. The images I'm getting is things like barn raisings, where you get like the whole community together and they all, spend a day, putting together the wood and everything else and putting up somebody's barn. And they get it all done in one day. Where if the owner of the property wanted a barn and would try to do it by themselves, it would take weeks or months or, and a lot more labor. But by bringing all the hands together and doing it all at the same time, it lightens the load for everybody and it gets it done very quickly. And that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing here, is that you're going to need help, and Spirit wants you to recognize that and don't be afraid to ask for that help. Okay? So that was the message they have for you there. And then we have our oracle spheres. This is where you think of a yes or no question that you would like to get an answer to. It needs to be a question that has a yes or no type of answer associated with it, because that's the only kind of answers we can give. And then we have 3 different stands. We have blue, green, and red. And you decide which stand you would like your answer to appear on. And then we'll go out and we'll get our answers. All right, number 1, blue, is a no. Number 2, green, is a no. And number 3, red, is a yes. So the answers are no, no, and a yes. Almost all the answers today, just about all but one, was very definite. There weren't any maybes or not likelies or things like that. They were all like yeses and nos, except for one not sure. So that's interesting. All right, so your answers are no, no, and yes. All right. Thank you so much for being here for the video, and we really appreciate you watching it. Do check out other videos on the channel. We have a lot of other timeless videos out there that are worth checking into that are not the daily messages from Spirit. So you can check those out. We also have these that we put out every day. And please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the channel with your friends and family, and leave us comments in the comments section. All of those mean a lot to us, and we very much appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you again in other videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.